Hi, what's up guys? I am back with another reaction video, and this time I'm watching 3 true horror stories that are animated. So, I think the first one I'm looking at, the man standing in the middle. That's creepy and eerie. So, yeah. All right, let's go reacting. Let's go.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm writing this email because something really strange happened to me. I live in India, and this happened about 2 years ago when I
Oh,
was
shoot, in
16.
India.
I live with my parents and two older brothers. In our
Nice.
neighborhood, there are only about 10 houses built in the same style, two-story houses.
10
My
houses, huh?
parents and I sleep on the first floor, and my brothers sleep on the second. So it was just
Nice.
like any other morning. I woke up and my mom and older brother, Allie, were talking in another room. They were loud, but I didn't really pay attention. I was brushing my teeth and
Literally
getting
me.
ready for school when my brother came into my room and jokingly said,
Want to see a ghost? Come here.
I was so confused. And
I
I
want to
looked at
see
my
a
dad.
ghost
He walked to my parents' room and pointed to the window.
Look.
There was a huge road in front of our house, and I saw a man standing in the
in the
middle,
middle.
wearing a shawl. It was winter,
Yo.
and the fog was thick outside, making it hard to see. He was
Oh,
looking
shit.
to the left, where there were bushes and dense trees. It looked like a small forest. My mom was terrified, having never seen him in our neighborhood, but I thought he was waiting for someone.
Uh-oh.
We watched him for about 10 minutes, and what really gave
10
me the
minutes?
creeps
Really?
was that he just kept
Just staring
at
out
the
that window?
bushes without moving a muscle. Then we shrugged and started getting ready for the day. My older brother Assad used to always take me to college on his scooter, and as we were leaving, I saw
Oh.
the man standing in the middle of the road, still facing the bushes. My brother passed him, and I watched him closely for a few seconds. He was wearing white pajamas and a light brown kurta. His shawl was off-white and covered him from head to knee. I could only see his
Yo,
eyes,
what the
and
hell?
when my eyes met his, a shiver ran through my body. I could only see his eyes, but I could tell he was smiling, and his smile seemed to be a wide grin. I got
Yo.
goosebumps. During the ride to college, I kept wondering, is he smiling at me, or is he smiling at something in the bushes? Once I got there, I quickly forgot about it and focused on my day. I left the
As you
university
should.
around 3 p.m. and rode home on a three-wheeler, a vehicle similar to a taxi. I was on my phone the entire ride, and as I neared home, I thought of the man. I looked outside and saw the same man still standing there in the same position.
Still standing
The
there?
thought of him standing there for 8 hours in the winter without moving
There's
a
no way
muscle
this is
was
true.
mind-boggling. I was horrified. The driver was driving in the opposite direction, so I couldn't see his face, only his back. I wondered if he was still smiling. I went home, ate, and slept. I woke up around 10 p.m., the time my dad usually gets home from work. My mom and
Oh,
I
nice.
were talking about the day, and I had completely forgotten about the man. Then my dad arrived and told my mom he had been standing there since morning. I ran to the window, and sure enough, he was there, staring at the bushes, not moving a muscle. Before coming home, my
The
dad
hell?
went to the man and asked him why he'd been standing there all day, but he didn't say anything. We were all so confused as to
Do
why
not
he'd been
confront
standing
the
there all day,
ghost.
especially in the winter. After dinner, before bed, my dad told us to lock all the doors and windows. He didn't usually
As you
say
should.
that, so I figured it was about the man. I locked everything and double-checked to see if he was still there, and to my surprise, he was. We went to bed, and the next morning, I was eating breakfast and watching TV when I
Is he
suddenly
still
remembered
standing
the
there?
man. I looked out the window, and he was gone.
He's
He hasn't
gone.
been seen since. We were all horrified by it, but after a few days, we all collectively forgot about it. I asked
Okay,
countless
good.
questions like, why was he standing there? Why was he staring at the bushes? Was there something in the bushes? But we never got any answers, and the man standing outside still remains a mystery.
Yo, that is creepy as shit. A man just standing in the middle all day on the road? How the fuck? Yeah, I don't know how to elaborate from there, because it's like, that's just creepy and weird. Why would somebody just stand there? The question is, shouldn't they be talking to their neighbors? saying, hey, do you see this same man that we see? That's what they should have done.
It was a normal, cool evening. My mom and I
Going
were
to
heading
Kohl's.
to Kohl's to buy some new clothes for me since I had outgrown my old ones.
Nice.
We walked in, and at first, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. At one point, I grew bored of looking at clothes, so I told
Literally
my mom
me.
I was going to explore the store on my own. She nodded and told me to stay close. As I wandered off, I noticed a woman. She was dressed in all black with long black hair, and she
Yo.
was staring right at me. Her eyes were wide open. Black eyeliner streaked down her face.
At a
Her
store?
eyes
At
were
Kohl's.
so wide it looked unnatural. A wave of fear hit me. I frantically looked around for my mom. When I couldn't find her, panic started to set in. Then I turned back. The woman was even closer, smiling. That same unsettling, creepy smile. I was
Oh.
so scared I couldn't even think straight. I didn't have a phone, so there was no way to call my mom for help. Thinking quickly, I darted into the clothing racks, trying to hide. Then
Trying to hide in there? No, that's...
grabbed my shoulder. I stifled a scream and spun around. It was my mom. Relief washed over me, even as she scolded me for running off, but her words barely registered. My mind was locked on the woman. The woman could still be out there.
Yo,
watching,
what the
waiting.
fuck?
Then, my mom's tone shifted. Her face grew more serious. She asked if I had seen a woman with long black hair and wide eyes. My heart skipped a beat. She had just described the exact woman I'd seen. I told her yes, that I had seen her, and that I was terrified. My mom nodded. She quickly paid for our things, and we left. Nothing happened after that, but the image of her never left me. Her eyes, her wide smile.
Forever
even
haunts.
now, it still gives me chills.
Yeah, ew. Hell no. Yo, like, tell me you have never seen anything weird when you go inside a clothing store like Kohl's. How the fuck do you see an eerie, creepy looking woman staring at you? Probably a lunatic. Probably preying on kids. Hell no. Alright, true breaking horror story. I guess this is the last one. I don't know why they did it like 3, 1, 2. Interesting.
My name is Zama, and I'm from South Africa.
Zama?
August
Nice
of
to meet you.
2024, something terrifying happened to us. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment in a block of flats with my 9-year-old daughter Coco.
Aw,
One Sunday
nice.
at 2:30 a.m., we were fast asleep with all the lights off, as we usually are. Then I suddenly woke up to the sensation of someone reaching for my tablet right beside me. At first, I thought it was my daughter Coco. She often grabs the tablet when she can't sleep. But then I realized
Aw.
something was very wrong. There was an unknown man in our apartment. I'm a light sleeper, especially where my daughter is concerned. So I screamed as loud as I could and grabbed him. I think my sudden reaction made him freeze for a moment. He had my iPhone in his hand, the one Coco had been using earlier that evening. We started
Yo.
fighting, and as we struggled, we both fell on top of my daughter, who was still asleep. I was terrified, thinking if he overpowered me, he'd go for her next. I pushed him out
Yo,
of my room
okay.
into the living room. I was just
Yeah,
trying
fighting
to
back.
get him out. In a panic, I grabbed pots and pans and threw them at him. Anything I could
That's the way
throw.
to go.
Finally, he backed away, opened the door, and ran out. I was in shock, thinking the door must have been unlocked, but later discovered he had crept in through the bathroom window. We
Wait, but
lived on
that's
the
barred
second
up.
floor, and I never thought to lock that window. I assumed it was safe. He was skinny enough to step on the balcony rails and squeeze through the burglar guards. Once inside, he unlocked the front door so he could escape quickly if he needed to. Despite my screams, none of my neighbors came to help. They called later to say they'd heard something but hadn't come down. I was devastated, but at least I managed to cancel my bank cards on Apple Pay before any payments went
Okay.
through.
Yeah, smart
We
move.
don't live
Yep.
in that apartment anymore. We're okay, but we're scared of living alone for now. A few days later, we found out there was a group of thieves targeting homes in our area. I was the only person who woke up during the break-in. Others lost much more valuable items. 2 days after our incident, one of the thieves was found dead in the morning. I don't know whether it was the same man who entered our apartment, and honestly, I don't much care. They chose that life.
They chose that life. Dude, holy crap. Some wild shit. Getting thieves? Hell nah, dude. Hell to the effing nah. I mean, break-ins, yeah, that's terrible. Like, rule number 1, when it comes to your home, lock your doors. Lock your doors, hide your wife, lock the windows, close the blinds, close everything in that side of the house or your apartment, no matter what. Y'all better get yourselves a dog because they're gonna start barking at them. Yeah, the part where like he had his card declined, or just to make sure that nobody uses his card or like Apple Pay or stuff like that. That's a big thing. Oh my god, I got a clear history because I don't know why this is so relatable. I mean, almost anyone does, but I specifically remembered 3 times. I go to a gym, a local gym at 24-hour fitness. And when I went there, went to go use a locker, use one of my locks, somebody somehow got into my locker, used my card. What the fuck? How the fuck did you get in and manage to take my cards out? Dude, that shit annoyed me. I was like, fuck that. I'm not bringing my wallet. I had to report that, saying, hey, that's fraud. Close my card, give me a new one. Yeah, no, y'all gotta be careful with your cards. Do not drop it, or don't just single-handedly give your card to them. Cause what the fuck, then you're just being stupid at that point. But yeah, guys, that was 3 true horror stories that are animated. I guess they're real, if it happens. So,